It wasn't supposed to be there, hidden behind a century of ivy, etched with symbols that seemed to shift when you weren't looking. I traced the cold, metallic lines with my glove, a low hum vibrating through the stone and into my bones. This sound wasn't from our world. It was ancient, waiting. I'm about to turn the handle. If you want to see what's on the other side, hit subscribe, because I don't think I'm coming back alone. My name is Alara, and I map the forgotten corners of the world. At 28, I've charted more lost ruins and hidden trails than most people see in a lifetime. My life is one of grids, compass points, and absolute certainty. Every river has a source, every mountain a peak. But this door defies all of that. It's a terrifying blank spot on a map I thought I knew perfectly. All my life, I've searched for something that wasn't on the page, a real mystery. I just never thought I'd find it 5 miles from my own quiet, predictable home. Glyphs, unlike anything I'd ever seen, pulsed with a soft, internal luminescence, their shapes twisting when I tried to focus on them. I reached out, my fingers trembling. The surface was cold, unnaturally so. The low hum grew louder, resonating not in my ears but in my chest. It felt like a heartbeat, a slow, powerful, alien heartbeat, and it was inviting me in. My hand closed around the handle. It wasn't metal. It felt alive. I turned it. A soft click echoed in the unnatural silence, and the door swung inward without a sound. Darkness, but not an empty darkness. It was a void that seemed to have weight pulling at me. I took a step inside, my flashlight beam swallowed by the oppressive black. The humming stopped, my ears popped. The air was thin, static. I turned back. The forest I'd just left, it looked different through the doorway, distorted, like looking through old, warped glass. The trees were the wrong color, the sky a bruised purple. A chill that had nothing to do with the cold snaked up my spine. This wasn't just a hidden room. This was somewhere else entirely. Then I heard it, a whisper. Not in a language I knew, but I understood it perfectly in my mind. You are not a cartographer. You are a key. My blood ran cold. The glyphs from the doorframe detached themselves, floating in the dark air around me like crimson fireflies. They began to swirl, faster and faster, forming a pattern, a map, not of any place on Earth. It was a map of stars, of pathways between worlds, and in the center of it all, a single, terrifying symbol began to glow. A destination. That's when I realized my mistake. This wasn't a door I had opened. It was a lock I had just turned, and the door back to my world was slowly, silently beginning to close. The door slammed shut. Not with a bang, but with a sickening finality, like a wound closing over. The crimson glyphs around me stopped swirling. They froze, hanging in the blackness like shattered constellations. Then the whisper returned, clearer this time, resonating inside my skull. The key does not open the lock. The key is the lock. My flashlight flickered and died. I was plunged into absolute darkness, alone with the glowing symbols. they began to move again, not in a chaotic dance, but with purpose. The star chart, the map between worlds, it contracted, folded in on itself, the lines of light twisting and reforming. It was no longer a map of space. It was a perfect, luminous schematic of a human nervous system. My nervous system. At its center, where the glowing destination marker had been, was a pulsing light that matched my own frantic heartbeat. My entire life flashed before my eyes. My strange obsession with finding places that didn't exist, the recurring dream of a purple sky, the feeling that I was always searching for a home I couldn't remember. It wasn't a career, it wasn't a personality trait, it was programming. I looked down at my trembling hands. For a fleeting instant, a faint glyph shimmered on my palm, the same one that glowed at the heart of the light map. The door hadn't been waiting for a key. It was a scanner, and I had just unlocked it with my own DNA. I wasn't the explorer who found the artifact. I was the artifact finally waking up. And the signal that had just been sent, it wasn't a distress call. It was a notification. Arrival. The glowing map on my skin faded, leaving me in a thick, suffocating blackness. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drum in the void. And then another heartbeat answered mine. Slow, powerful, and right beside me in the dark. It hadn't come for me. It had been waiting. What do you think was waiting for me on the other side? Let me know in the comments, and hit subscribe if you dare to find out.